Elementary, a soon-to-be reviewing crossover film, including a world's greatest detective and a most iconic duo of cartoon characters of a cat and mouse duo. Interesting.
I'm on the mission, the powers have called me away. I'm on the time to carry the colors again. My motivation and no past one to defend. To win the honor of coming back home again. No explanation will matter after we begin. I'm not the dark destroyer that's buried within. My true vocation and not my unfortunate friend. You will discover all while you're unable to win. I'll have you know that I've become.
What is up, guys? Me, Casey, review kids movie kid shows. You know, I have been reviewing a lot of Tom and Jerry direct-to-video movies and whatnot on this show. And well, I guess it's time to do another one. And well, this one I kind of have a guilty pleasure and a personal favorite of mine. It's none other than Tom and Jerry meet Sherlock Holmes. With the rising popularity of the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes films that were out at the time, I'm releasing 2010, they decided to have the famous cat-mouse duo team up with the world's greatest detective. And well, it was a pretty decent flick. It has many flaws, like the fact that Tom and Jerry barely interact with Sherlock Holmes. And they barely teamed up. Yep. And well, we barely get to see Sherlock Holmes himself. But this is a Tom and Jerry film rather than a Sherlock Holmes film. Sherlock Holmes just run around for a ride, I guess. Okay, I guess that works. But I guess it's still better than having them sing and dance. But yeah, this is a pretty decent flick, and I guess Sherlock Holmes was pretty cool himself. And we got a few cool references to the Sherlock Holmes films way back when. And I just personally don't see them, but if you guys did notice a few references to Sherlock Holmes, please let me know in the comment section below. And well, as cool as Jerry is as a detective, yes, for some reason Jerry is a detective and living in Sherlock Holmes' place and his assistant, I think that was a little reference to the Great Mouse Detective. Yeah, Jerry's not Basil or Baker Street. So that would be an interesting film. And if Jerry's the Sherlock Holmes, I guess I'll make Tom the Dr. Watson. And yeah, we both know who's the brilliant detective and who's the dopey sidekick. But we still get the cool interactions we have with Jerry and Tom, like always. I mean, come on, it's Tom and Jerry. How can they not interact like this with no dialogue at all? And of course, it wouldn't be a Tom and Jerry movie without their Tom and Jerry characters, such as Droopy making his cameo along with Spike, and along with Spike, the other Spike, and his little kid named Tyke. Hey, that's my boy. And of course, they're mostly in supporting role. Like Droopy and the other Spike are trying to outdo each other, while Spike and Tyke are trying to guard the things that are supposed to be guarded, but is really terrible at that job. Yeah. And of course, Tuffy, who's a priestess. Yeah, it's kind of weird having Tuffy of all the Tom and Jerry characters to be a priest. Okay? Or a minister, or whatever they're called at the church. Whatevs. But yeah, you get the point. It even rates in this character, and she's, well, a focus of the film. Yeah, you know, the steaming hot Red Riding Hood. She's one of the old MGM cartoons. Kind of like with Droopy and the other Spike. Yeah, it's difficult to explain. I get the feeling my fellow reviewers like either Huey, Tumor, and Animac can explain these characters better than I can. So, check out their channels if you want. And of course, what Sherlock Holmes movie would be complete without Sherlock Holmes' arch nemesis, Professor James Moriarty? And apparently he has 3 Siamese cats henchmen, and they're aiming to steal the crown jewels. Well, that's pretty much a villainous thing for him to do. Well, any villain from the Victorian era England would do. And well, he's not a more memorable version of James Moriarty I've seen. he's definitely pretty much an entertaining one. He's pretty much a cartoon villain here, and I think that's actually the point of him to be. Okay, the only real problem I have with this film is, well, it follows pretty much every single cliche in the book about Sherlock Holmes and his universe. And, well, that's pretty much the only flaw I can find in this film. I'm sure there are others out there, like that some of the jokes weren't that funny, or the animation could be a little too cartoony. But I still enjoy it nevertheless. Now, is it the best Sherlock Holmes film I ever saw? No. There are probably a lot better ones out there. I mean, heck, I think the Robert Downey Jr. films are better. Is it the best Tom and Jerry film? Also, no. There are probably better Tom and Jerry films out there too. And heck, they could have been worse. But overall, I give this movie a 6 out of 10. It's definitely above average. It's not great, it's not awful, but it's definitely above average. Well, that's all for today, guys, and see you all next time.
Farewell, friends. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and DeviantArt.